We're recording now.
Okay.
Volume down? That's a good idea. Ooh, my soda. Did you get your soda?
No.
Go grab your soda real quick.
Okay.
I can talk to people. Maybe even play the intro video. I don't know. No, I think we're going to do a really long, cold open where I'm just going to stare at my phone. Hi, everyone. Good morning. We'll be starting the show shortly. How's your Tuesday going so far? I've been up since 4:30 this morning. I don't know why. Just woke up. Couldn't go back to sleep. Don't give a crap.
Aren't you talking about?
What, my awful sleep?
Yeah.
That's all right.
And then you drugged me along with you,
Oh, you know.
waking me up at 5:30.
The couple that suffers together stays together. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Daily Cup of Genre, the show where we get to talk about everything that's been going on in entertainment, geek world, news, all that stuff, guys. Brought to you by the good folks but over at Grow Generation, where the crows do go grow. One day I'm going to learn how to talk, I promise. I am Kyle Malone. This is Christine Malone, my wife, and sitting in the co-host spot once again. Christine, how's it going?
That's fine. I should make a correction. You didn't wake me up. Linus woke me up.
Oh.
Yeah. I get this feeling sometimes where it's like he lives with us. Because it's like you are always playing the Linus Tech Tips videos and stuff.
They
and it's,
release like 8 a week, so
I
there's
know.
a lot to consume.
Yeah.
I was watching something on the computer he made for a Twitch streamer and a guy from the political channel, the Young Turks. Yeah, great name there. I mean, not like they were responsible for genocide or anything, but he made a computer for a guy that's part of that group, or used to be part of that group, avowed socialist, and made a really fancy computer. Took a bunch of digs at communism and socialism. Took a bunch of digs at capitalism. It was a fun video, and they were just kind of just discussing the kind of like potential fallout from that.
Yeah.
Both from people that are like, oh, how dare you make something for that guy, and then those that are like, well, how dare you make fun of the great communist, manifesto or whatever. How dare you make fun of socialism, and we'll see what ends up happening with that.
Yeah, we've already seen some negativity, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, just make what you want. And it was, to me, it was lighthearted enough to be like, we may not disagree, but I'm going to have fun and here, enjoy this hilarity. I hope you know how to fix the computer. I gave you some presents.
That was probably the best part. What was hilarious about that whole thing is when the video first started and we were watching it together, not this morning, but the actual computer build. I was like, man, if I was gonna do this, my intro would be replaced with some Russian music, and right on cue, as soon as the intro goes up, it's Russian sounding music.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking. That's great. I love that type of humor. So yeah. Anyway.
We all live on the same planet. Have fun. I did like how it's like when you start the computer,
It plays the Soviet Union anthem.
Yeah, it was just like, and you had to listen to the entire thing. If you try to cut it off, you had to restart it and then listen all over again.
Yep.
But yeah,
I like that. That was fun.
I'm still out of breath.
Really?
Yeah, I was running, so yeah, and
No need to run. It's just the daily cog. We didn't get to do the show yesterday, and that's all right. It's hectic, guys. I'm trying. We're all alone here, but
not only that, I had a headache, so I was like, what,
yeah.
I'm not in the mood.
And I'm boring all by myself, like you guys saw. But there were a few things that came out yesterday, including the where is it? The new Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer dropped, and it was cool.
Was it? Oh, okay.
Not cool sounding to me, and it definitely made me to think Lucas will really enjoy this. Lucas is likely to really enjoy Ghostbusters Afterlife.
We'll find out. We'll keep it quiet,
Yeah.
and then just be like, okay, tell us what you think, and
Yep.
we can say whether you loved it or hate it.
Mm-hmm. And I want to, even though this isn't like a live reaction because we already saw it, I do want to kind of look at it and talk about a few things that I see in it that both give me maybe a little bit of hope, but also a crap ton of concern. And I'll apologize for color guys on the screen. I know that there's a thing going on with my monitors and OBS, so I know sometimes things look a little washed out. I'm working on it, I promise. But yeah, this is the Ghostbusters Afterlife International trailer. Just came out yesterday, and yeah, there's a lot more stuff in it. So one thing, I'm going to say it again, I still hate showing a snippet of the trailer beforehand.
Oh.
One of my biggest concerns here is, are we seeing an Egon stand-in? Is someone playing Ramus, or is that someone trying to reach Egon, who may already be dead by that point, to give him something?
Yeah.
I hope it's not Ramus. I hope they're not trying to do that, because in my mind, I'm still angry at Sony and some of the actors for not getting their crap together while Ramus was alive. But finally, they're teasing more and more music. They keep teasing the theme all throughout this trailer. I don't like the use of it. What are you feeling seeing this, Christine, and hearing what they're doing with the music?
I don't know. It doesn't get me excited. It's kind of meh.
But you can see where the kids are going to like this, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, you've got tiny little marshmallow guys, and that is
puffs.
Hilarious.
Yeah. And here you get kids doing what apparently kids wanted to do when they were little, which was be a Ghostbuster as a kid. I hate that. God. Fall Out Boys prefer. Look, Sony. No one has a problem. No one has a problem with the Ghostbusters theme. Just embrace fucking Ray Parker's goddamn song. When I was young and thinking about being a Ghostbuster, I never imagined myself as a 10-year-old, 11-year-old Ghostbuster. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like you're all grown up and you're carrying around the heavy equipment. You're set.
Which it does look like. I want to kind of go back here. I do like the Terror Dog, and Rudd is a funny guy, and I hope he's good in it. But I do think they finally show the proton stream jerking on her arm here. Let me see. It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah. So I like that idea, because that's one of the things I've been saying. You have a grown Peter Venkman, grown adult man, which, guys, sorry, biology, adult male, gonna have more muscle mass than a 12-year-old female. 12-year-old, or the 16-year-old male, her brother, probably have more muscle mass, but neither one of them have as much as Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd in their 30s or 40s. If they're complaining about the packs, what 11-year-old girl or 16-year-old boy built like Finn Wolfhard is going to handle the packs the same way?
Yeah. I know for me, like, even with your bad shoulder, at my best, you still have me topped at where you're at right now.
Probably.
So yeah.
Most especially.
But not everyone's built like me, so I will say that. I mean,
don't get me. There's females that could handle that easily, but they're not.
And there's females that could beat you up one-handed.
They're
in
not
your prime.
11 years old. They're not under 5 foot.
Yeah.
And that's we're talking averages, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Of course, we all know that there are exceptions, but I don't care for the music usage. It seems like Sony just doesn't get that the song's fine as is, and there was other musical pieces in the original. Yeah, I don't know why we're still wearing that.
I don't know. It kind of dawned on me anyway.
There's other musical pieces in the movie to use. Like you don't have to just use Ray Parker Jr.'s Ghostbusters theme. You know.
Yeah, they got some really cool songs. I wish they would have brought back.
And music as well, just like the background music. There's the things that you can use there. I liked the teasing of the song at first, and if it would have hit in with just the classic theme, I think I would have liked that better. The thing I can see, like I was kind of saying with the kids is specifically is Lucas, I think will like this. It's appealing to them. It's got Ghostbusters 2 written all over it. I know a lot of people have got their nostalgia goggles on and are all like, oh, this is everything I wanted as a kid. And I'm like, okay, maybe I don't really remember wanting to watch kids be Ghostbusters when I was young. But
it was like you wanted to meet the Ghostbusters and then
sure.
become one as an adult.
Right,
like, oh, that's my dream job.
So, but even people that claim that that's what they wanted to see, I don't get why as an adult you would want to see kids as Ghostbusters, even if that's what you wanted as a kid. But this I can see being aimed at just enough of me to get me to take my son, and Lucas will hopefully, in Sony's mind, love it, and then they'll have a new generation, which is fine. I get it. This isn't for me. They don't give a fuck about me anymore, even though I'm the one that spends the most money on this shit. Lucas loves Ghostbusters. We've offered to buy him shit. He doesn't want stuff like he'll watch the movie, the cartoon. Occasionally mess with one of the really fancy things like the trap or the Neutrino wand, but all the average toys, he doesn't. He's not into it. So maybe the kids will really buy into these. Hopefully. I kind of want to see them take Ghostbusters like. For us, for the original fans, almost take the ideas like from the comics and the game, where it's been like franchised out, it's expanded outside of New York. Maybe it doesn't always have to be the world is in troubled type thing, you know. Maybe you do just like the first movie. They're paranormal investigators, and every now and then some big spook or specter or ghost causes some shit, you know. But most of the time it's keeping the lights on, dealing with the business and the comedy aspect of it. I mean, those are some of the best moments in Ghostbusters, and I think too often we get locked up in our the fantastical things that we enjoyed as kids, like the actual ghost busting. But let's not forget, guys, there's only two ghost fights in each movie. That's it. The capture of Slimer, and then the boss battle. Yeah, there's the montage, but you're not getting a bunch of wrangling, and that was just to save money on effects and whatnot. And then 2, you get the Scolari brothers, and then Vigo. And again, yes, I'm Riza. Hey, we're recording, puppy. You get the compilation, or not compilation. What's the word? Montage. You get that again, but it again doesn't show a lot. It was there to save money. So Ghostbusters is filled with all these little comedic genius moments that really focus on the averageness of it, you know? Yeah,
and I just thought of something. They could have had the girl maybe kind of like make new equipment, new technology, things like think of old TVs being heavy,
they will have
and then
some of that.
yeah, so that way it
on.
makes sense. I wish they'd put it in the trailer. Otherwise, you're looking at it like that's not going to happen. How heavy are those things?
Yeah, it looks like she's picking up equipment that's already been made, and I'm sorry.
And it's like she's smart enough to fix it to where it's like, you know, the efficiency is better, and you know today's technology is better, and so she can, you know, mess around with the things that we have today to make things lighter, and make them function better. So I think that'd be cool.
They might do some things in there like that, and someone was like, "What if Egon made the equipment with his family in mind?" And in my brain, if Sony writes down on paper that Egon designed equipment with the thought that his grandkids would fight Gozer or whatever, that's not in his character. He wouldn't want kids to do that.
It's
job.
Weird that he had a kid, you know?
He would not want kids doing that job. I don't know. He would definitely want to see what happens with kids being exposed to ghosts and all that.
Yeah, but everything's, you know, an experiment.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. He like in 2, you know, let's see what happens when we take the puppy away. He's going to make the kid uncomfortable in a contained, safe, you know, controllable experimental laboratory conditions. That's what I was looking for. He's not gonna want to put young kids in legit danger. So it's a fine line. I have no faith in Sony people. I despise 90% of what they turn out, but I do give it a chance. How would you feel? Like I said, I kind of want to see them get away from the idea that the Ghostbusters are always going to save the world. What if we had a streaming series, whether it's, you know, live action or animated? I'm fine either way. I almost would kind of prefer animation, maybe like a Castlevania style where it's blending American and anime things and What would you think about them taking that kind of a approach to where maybe you hear about the big bosses in New York, but we're following this first season the branch in Chicago?
Yeah, that could be fun. Yeah, I like that. Could work. You know, and I like the, you know, keep it in the family aspect. It was kind of weird that they picked, you know, Egon's family. Yeah, it's like
I think that's to try to make Egon an important part of the movie, considering Ramis is gone. But I do get your point that it doesn't quite, like, they hint at Janine having interest in him, but he obviously is not reciprocating in the first movie, and then because the second movie is more inspired by the cartoon and more geared towards kids than it was adults, because whether you guys like it or not, the original movie wasn't meant for us kids.
And we still enjoyed it, though.
Oh, yeah, but we didn't enjoy the comedy aspect. We enjoyed the special effects and the fantastic.
Yeah, some of the comedy we could pick up on, but of course there's some where it's like to appreciate it fully, you know, you need to be more mature.
And our older families, especially like my dad, older cousins and things like that, they didn't care for the second one as much as I did, which had more silly comedy that I could, relate to as a kid, plus all of the fantastical elements. And that's what I keep telling people. This Ghostbusters Afterlife doesn't necessarily look like Ghostbusters. It looks a lot like Ghostbusters 2, looks a lot like the real Ghostbusters, which are things that I did enjoy. But now that I am an adult, I want adult Ghostbusters. I don't mean adult as in, you know, rated R or anything like that.
The grown-up feeling.
I want that Ghostbusters 1.
Yeah.
I enjoy 2. I enjoy the real Ghostbusters, but as an adult, I get it, guys. I fucking get it. I get why my dad liked 1 better than 2.
Yeah.
I'm not saying 2's bad. Anyways, I guess we can end with that. You got anything else you wanted to bring up about that?
Oh.
Cool. The other big story that's kind of going on right now is Marvel, Disney. They're having to do some scrambling. Disney basically announced that the Marvel slate, along with some other things, including Indy 5, are moving to the right. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here so hopefully people can read, including ourselves. Oh my goodness, dog. Indiana Jones went from July 22 to June 23.
It's a whole year.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Right? Multiverse of Madness from March to May. Cam left a typo. I'll fix that. Thor, Love and Thunder from May to July. But Black Panther Wakanda Forever from July to November. And what was the Marvels moves from February, moves from 2022 to February 23. Ant-Man and the Wasp moved from February to July. Hey, okay. The two movies that were set for later on were removed from the calendar, but there is another movie out there. So there's a lot to take from this. One of the things that came out, Feige, I'm not going to go searching for the tweets here, but Feige did come out and say basically it's due to production things. And since they have the time and slots, why not use it? Okay. Everyone's taking production and trying to extrapolate what does that mean? Production issues. Well, Indy, we had Harrison Ford get hurt. Maybe it's that.
Don't know.
Maybe but I have a feeling it's more closely related to money.
Yeah.
Movies haven't made a bunch of money this year, Christine. China's been ignoring the Western market. It didn't put Shang-Chi in theaters. It didn't put the Suicide Squad in theater. Venom and Let There Be Carnage isn't even getting a Chinese theatrical release that I can find online.
Yeah.
And China's the only country that really made Venom one money.
Yeah.
So people aren't seeing movies in theaters. They're either not watching movies at all, or hey, they're watching them on streaming. And according to the numbers being reported by people, a lot are watching it on streaming. Anecdotally, you and I know family, friends, co-workers at LRM that literally will say, "I'll wait. It's going to be on streaming."
That on a few things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, sure, production. It's because the studios don't have as much money to hire as many people to do the same amount of work. The money issues go out even more, and the labor issues keep growing more and more. But there's one source of income for the studios, us, but buying shit. Yeah. I know studios have investments and things like that. We're trying to be layman's terms. Come on, guys. So if we're not buying their goods, they can't make more of it. Okay.
Exactly.
So if you're not going to the theaters to see the movies, how are they supposed to make movies? Subscription fees don't do it. To kind of put it into perspective, okay? Let's take a movie that costs $100 million, okay? Yeah. And let's say 1 million people are going to watch this movie, okay? In Universe 1, those 1 million people go to a theater and pay $10 each to see the movie, right?
And then get snacks and stuff like
that. The movie just made 10 million. We're just going with straight numbers here, guys, just for visuals. So the movie just made $10 million off of 1 million people spending $10, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now it needs 90 million more to do that. If 1 million people could go a day for 9 days, it makes it 9 more days makes its money back, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Same movie in Universe B doesn't get to go to theaters. But 1 million people are going to watch this movie that's going to be on a subscription service that you pay
already
$12.99 a month. Well, $12.99 a month times 1 million people is more than $10 times 1 million people, but not every dollar will go to that one project. Your pennies or your subscription fee gets divvied up everywhere. Okay?
Yeah.
120 million subscribers for Disney Plus does not make up for not making 500 million at the domestic box office. It just doesn't.
And then of course merch as well, and
exactly.
Some people are, because we've noticed this, like when we've gone to the stores, we look at like the action figures that they have. Sometimes, you'll get lucky and they'll have like, bending wrists and elbows, knees and ankles, not just the hips and shoulders.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they're just these stiff, cheap looking things. And it's like, no one wants that, and then.
Yeah, we used to have much better action figures when I was most of the action figures when I was little, not necessarily the same quality, but the articulation
was really good.
Was, especially things like G.I. Joe and my Ninja Turtles. But nowadays, almost every action figure out there only moves like this, and unless you're buying the premium ones, which most kids aren't going to want to spend $20 on a Batman figure or a Ghostbusters figure.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I'm not talking about people will be like, well, it's because we don't want to watch these movies. Well, you're lying. Well, maybe you don't want to watch a certain one, and that's fine. But
there are some people that are waiting.
People are watching these movies. I know that streaming numbers being reported has to kind of be taken with a grain of salt, but we have to take what they're giving us, and again, anecdotally looking at social media responses and things like that. The Suicide Squad is a prime example. Okay, if it's a simple matter of people not wanting to see the movie, that's why Americans aren't going to the theaters. We're tired of X, Y, and Z, whatever that is. We're tired of woke shit. We're tired of not woke shit. Well, whatever. If that's the case, the Suicide Squad was almost universally loved by critics and by fans. I think some critics were more critical than others because of some of the body horror, but most people were in love with the film.
Mm-hmm. It was really
didn't make any fucking money,
even though I thought it was great.
And people watched the fuck out of it on streaming. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Venom Let There Be Carnage, which has a massive amount of love online. It's not making any fucking money.
Yeah.
So if it's the movies, those two are said to be loved. If it's the fucking movies. I guess we should take a word from our sponsor, because I'm pretty angry about that one right now.
You are.
Grow Generation, where the pros go to grow. For all of your cultivation needs, Grow Generation has the right products, service and staff to make your grow successful. Go to www.growgeneration.com, where the pros go to grow.
Thank you so much, Grow Generation, for sponsoring the show. Please do check them out where the pros do go to grow. Christine, to kind of get us away from so much tension, let's talk about something else that's full of tension. Why the Last Man was canceled in the middle of its first season. Of course, this has got all sorts of people out and about talking kind of quality of content again, like we were kind of talking about before the break. You wrote on this a little bit, you wrote this whole article yesterday. There's your name right there, but you've been kind of paying a little bit of attention to this show and stuff like that.
Yeah, I watched some clips and stuff.
What are people saying online maybe as to why it's been canceled?
I don't know. I don't know how. I didn't check the numbers or anything.
Right.
But I did look at like
reactions,
reviews
that
and stuff.
type of thing.
On Rotten Tomatoes, for the critics and the audience, it seems to be very split. You know, there's some people who found it really exciting. There's some that found it boring. There's some that talk about like you got that word gender right there. Like someone had said the word sexism. Another one talks about imbalances. So it's like I haven't seen it yet, so I'm like I don't quite know what you're getting at. So, you know, it's kind of like one of those where it's like I'm not going to assume I know what's going on. So I wanted to write it carefully, but, you know, I did say that, you know, there's some people, you know, you get the little red tomato right there. They love it. Some don't. So it's, you know, I don't know. I wonder if
males aren't a species. We're all human beings. John Doyle of Globe and Mail. Go fuck yourself. It's impossible to say why the last man lost or gained from that upheaval. But what's clear is that this vanilla offering of a post-apocalyptic nightmare is no doubt arriving a decade too late. Dystopian television for a post-Trump world. If you're looking for a series that uses the genre to hold a mirror to society as we know it in all of its imperfect glory, then you'll enjoy this character-driven narrative.
Yeah, my question is, because, you know, the men are supposed to disappear, so I don't know how the men are behaving before, you know, this, what is it, some kind of pandemic going on, but now it's all women, so I don't quite know what... That's why it's like some of it's confusing, so I'm wanting to watch and find out what the hell they're talking about, because it's like all the men are gone, and you know y'all are talking about a post-Trump world, and it's like you know we have, you know, both sexes, you know, present today, and so then, you know, one sex dies off, and all you're left is with one. And it's like, what's...
One in air quotes, which we
can
kind of dive into a little bit, I
guess.
guess.
I did see a clip where they were talking about testosterone and how there was a character that was upset because they only had like one left. So it's like, oh, that's going to suck.
And I have to wonder if that was part of the issue, because why the last man came out a while ago. Brian K. Vaughan wrote it, Kingsman and some others, and people responded to it in different ways, mostly positive. But again, comics were a big different world in 2008 9 than they are in 2021. I think people got too excited at the chance to say we can showcase how complicated genetics are with this show, by getting into the nitty gritty of how many pairings of X and Y there can be, the partials, the people born with female dominance stuff, but still have a set of testes and they really were like, this is the show to do that. The bad thing is, yeah, sure, it could be the show to do that, but I don't think the general audience wanted to spend that much time in the minutia of hormones and genetics. They wanted to see what a society in general would be like if you lost half of the species, because again, whatever your dumbass fucking male species, go fuck yourself, John Doyle. You're losing half of the fucking human species, half the human race.
So workers, non-workers. So life's going to be tough.
Exactly. Not only that, regardless of whether or not you agree with it, like it or not, a huge chunk of the world is still male dominated for many in manual labor intensive fields. Take that for what you want. So that was the whole point. There's this thing about society where the law of averages takes hold, and you guys cannot keep expecting the average people to want to follow things that are that small. And we're not saying don't make anything. We're not even saying don't cover these issues. This would have been a fine place to have trans women, right? And discuss some of these things. You know, these women that had been taking hormones, but were born genetic, but biological females. And they're all of a sudden left when all the other
you mean
males,
trans male?
There you go.
Yeah, okay.
Trans male.
I didn't know where you were going with. So okay.
So they're left behind. That in and of itself is enough of a group to include, and the general audience can with their own eyes deal with that one. You were born a female, you've transitioned to male, but all of the biological males are gone, and you're left behind.
Yeah,
that fits the narrative. That fits with this. But I think they wanted to get too deep in the weeds. That's kind of what I've gotten from a lot of things online.
What people have been saying.
Do you see that in your research and clips you've been watching?
I see some of it. Some of it is like where I saw one clip where you've got like, I guess it's like a former store where people are staying, and there's some people coming toward the building, and people they come out with their guns and they send them away. They're like, we don't want to take any more. So it's like one of those, life is going to be harsh and people are going to be hard. And so it's like, you've got your own, rations going on. You've got your own supplies, and taking on more people may be difficult. So you have to make hard choices. You have to harden your heart. So I saw that and it was like, yeah, so it doesn't matter who's gone. Life's going to suck.
Oh, yeah.
Humans suck. 'Cause it is like, things go into chaos and you have trust issues. Because during chaos, some people, go a little crazy, and with this, about half the population dying and going through that trauma, people are going to have some issues. So, I don't know, because people talk about like, they thought that it was kind of boring, or, like the plot was kind of slow or something like that. So, I was curious to see. So I saw some clips, but, I don't know a lot about what they're talking about. So it's kind of like I wanted to, look into it eventually. So I guess I'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. Well, like it all comes down to this in entertainment. Did it make money? We can all argue about whether or not something should have made money, how to get things to be exposed, and those are great conversations to have, and important ones. But when you start talking about it just in the business sense, right? Did it sell? Did we make money? Did advertisers want to advertise during its airing?
Yeah.
If not, you have to rework it. It's that law of averages. If it doesn't appeal to me, hey, I'm not gonna watch it. And I'm not saying that transgender things don't appeal to me. I just gave you guys an example of how to do transgender issues in this show without bogging people down with everything else that goes into it, because you're trying to balance both teaching while also telling an entertaining story.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying don't make those, or those don't appeal to me, but if there is a story that doesn't appeal to me, I'm not gonna watch it. But if there is something in it that doesn't appeal to me, but the most of the story, or the gist of the story does appeal to me, then I can watch it. And some of the stuff that I might not have known I was interested in maybe some things that I didn't know at all.
Yeah,
I get exposed to it that way.
Mm.
You know, it's kind of hard because a lot of people are like, well, you know, I'm doing this because I never saw it, and like I got it, I get it.
Yeah, it's fine.
You weren't looking at anime, because I guarantee you, whatever you are, except maybe straight white Christian, is represented in no, they do everything.
Yeah.
But it's like I get it. I got it. And I have no issue with you wanting to expose people to your part of society, your culture, all that stuff. Please do.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, you kind of got to read the room, read the audience, realize how much, where to insert things. Not every property is a good vehicle for social commentary.
Yeah.
Some vehicles are amazing for it, you know?
Yeah, and the thing is, like, the people who've reviewed it were interested in watching it. So, you know, it may have great reviews, but again, like,
Was it enough?
Yeah, was it enough?
Is it enough
Are
of
people
an
watching
appeal?
it? And the thing is, you can have a great story. You still need to make it palatable for people to watch. Like, again, what I had in my article, people complaining about it being boring and things being slow. Although, like I did say in the article, some people found it very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So one person, you know, may like things to be this way, another person may like them to be that way. So it's trying to find that balance when it comes to storytelling. So I'll have to see everything, but like some of the clips that I saw, you know, I'm curious and I still want to watch it. Although some people complained about Yorick being annoying, and the clip that I shared in the article, is like, it proved it. Like, yeah, he is. Just that one is like, I want to punch you in the face. And it's only like a few minutes long, and I already am so annoyed by you. Like, do you ever shut up? Yeah, so it was like him with, I think it's Agent 355 is the character that they're that's in the clip, and I really liked her. She was cool. Yorick got on my nerves, and it's like, you know, like, I don't know how watching an entire series with someone that's so obnoxious,
nerves.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That
So
can
that's why
ruin a movie. It can ruin a show. It can ruin anime. Easy can be ruined by one character.
Yeah, the last
That little moe bitch. Shut the cancel.
yeah, the last biological male is obnoxious, and you're like, oh man, that sucks.
I was really wanting some of the.
No, not like that, but you know, it's just like still.
Joking. I'm joking.
Yeah.
People out there thinking I only have that on the mind. Clearly, I've had a brain injury, and there's not a lot on my mind. So it makes sense that that's the only thing.
So yeah, the showrunner, Clark, you know, she had a plan, and you know, she doesn't want to give up yet. So it's kind of like I guess we'll see. Maybe it'll be something that happened like with Lucifer, where, you know, like maybe I don't know if Netflix is going to pick it up, but someone may pick it up.
It wasn't
so
gonna be
she's
Hulu.
not gonna. Yeah. So obviously it's not. This is over because she still has some fight in her. So we'll have to see. But yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Look, Well, one thing about these, when people get down and start discussing, this got canceled or that got canceled because of something one or two people say. Look, guys, I am all down with the rage. You just heard me rant and rave against Sony and some Ghostbusters stuff. That being said, I don't, regardless if I hate Ghostbusters Afterlife, I really don't want to see it fail, because there's more people connected to that movie than any one writer, director, actor, actress, more than a producer. That it kind of goes to that whole paying for the entertainment you do want to see, not waiting for streaming, because like I said, they'll have to shrink budgets and crew. That actually affects the jobs and the economy. A place that is used to filming a regular series there that expects a crew of 250 over 6 months. All of a sudden is only going to get a crew of 100 over four months. What do you guys think that does?
So
there's a big picture to it. So I hope that that if there is an big enough audience for this to survive in a way, go for it.
She's got a plan, like right there. It's on there. Clark wanted the series to have 5 seasons with 10 episodes each. Like she's got it mapped out. That's great. Instead of like scrambling during the last few seasons, trying to figure out what to do. Like it's she's got a plan. So well, we'll see if someone else takes it on. And then sometimes it's like maybe you didn't like the first season, but the second maybe could be where it really picks up. So
could be the slow burn, but hey, creatives out there, that's the problem with the slow burn. You got to give them enough to want to stick through the slow burn.
Yeah, because some people were saying that some didn't get past the first episode. Others didn't get past 3, or they watched 3 and then they were like, "No, it's not for me." So it's
the 3 episode rule.
Yep. So like, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, nothing else that we can really do about it.
Yeah.
Anyways, Christine, I don't really think there's too much else to go over. It was great. Everyone talking a little bit about Ghostbusters Afterlife and going into the whole movie and box office business side of things. Talking about the Marvel slate moving over, and of course, what we just talked about, Why the Last Man, and its apparent cancellation. If you want to hear a little bit more, read a little bit more about the influence streaming and our movie habits are having on the movie market, go to lrmonline.com and check out my piece, Stop Waiting for Movies to Hit Streaming or Lose Influence. China and Hollywood at War, a non-political look at the box office. And believe me, I really do stay out of the politics. I make a slight joke about the money Venom made in China, and then I state that movies that are allowed in China are whatever's floating the CCP's boat that week. That's about as political as it's going to get in there. But yeah, check that out, and check out Genreverse.com as well. All of our podcasts are available wherever you get those from. I've got Spotify up on the screen just because that's easy. The Cantina does Star Wars stuff, Marvel Multiverse Mayhem, that speaks for itself. Breaking Geek Radio and the Daily COG both cover everything. Breaking Geek is on Fridays, and more long form Daily COG as well. Yeah, it is what it is. There's a lot of other great things. Also, the Anime-Versal Reviews podcast we just covered Vision of Escaflowne. So yeah, check all of that out. All available on our YouTube channel, which I guess I can get there this way. Ha ha ha! I did it. All the celebrity interviews you guys can imagine are here. We get A-list celebrity. All of the podcasts go up here. Most of them are in video format, like the Daily COG and the Cantina. We covered the fandom stuff. I'm going to try to get some clips out of there for you guys. But yeah, we're on the red carpets, blue carpets. I think there was a white carpet one. No, or maybe it was just this white
background.
Carpet
is a terrible idea.
I don't know. It was like all white. Maybe it was like a solid ground or something. I don't remember.
Okay, yeah, I hope it's not white carpet.
There's some grounds and carpets we walk on and talk to celebrities. So go check all of that out. Christine, you got anything you wanted to say or put out there?
I don't know if I should. The Billy Porter thing.
Oh, are you gonna write on that?
I don't. I was wondering. I was thinking about it because it's like.
Well, there might be a fun little story about Billy Porter and Harry Styles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't say something else. I know something connected to Harry Styles that is big in the entertainment world. I'll have to tell you off air, guys. And enjoy this exit video. So yeah, Harry Styles is about to be